Ready when you are.
Okay, here we go. We are on the clock, so I call this meeting to order, DeKalb County Commissioners. Today's date is June 17th, 2024, and I want to remind everybody, there's only 2 shopping days left till my birthday.
Okay, all right. Well, yes. Are you requesting anything in particular?
Oh, I just, anything,
Anything,
chocolate or otherwise, as long as it's chocolate.
Chocolate. Well, let me talk about, since it's my turn, the health plan open enrollment is happening. We had several meetings on Thursday and Friday. And, some of the big questions, of course, increased cost again, that sort of thing. And so we tried to explain that one. The wellness, we really won't know how that's going to go over, the wellness initiative, until people start turning in their forms, because we're not asking them to make a commitment, as of June the 2nd for July 1, but the physician's form, as they come back, then I guess we will know, had lots of people making sure that it's voluntary. And so I think overall the meetings went well. Hopefully by, this morning, everyone will have their actual packet. There were individuals who, Morgan and I worked over the weekend to get what we have already set for payroll, because it's kind of it's a time crunch for her to get everything in. So I think overall, meetings went well, and now to get the paperwork back. So, yep. The next thing, IPEP, the work comp claims, for the plan ending, the month ending May the 31st, we didn't close any claims that month. We had 6 that were still open. One of them in particular, we had a couple, actually 3 that happened in May, and one of them was while detaining a prisoner, an inmate, the inmate spit at the officer, and spit entered the person's mouth. So that will probably be one that will hang on for a while, just because of testing, making sure that the employee is fine, is taken care of. So they did all the preventive things, as they usually do whenever there's some sort of bodily fluid situation. But that's, we'll hang on to that one. We have 2. 2 that were reopened. One that kind of is still open from October of 2020. So that one just kind of hangs on. And then another one that the claim actually happened in January, but something has cropped back up. So that's one of the reasons why we ask employees to fill out that first report of incident, so that we have something to hang on to. And IPEP then has verification that, this could actually come from, the situation that you had before. So good thing on that. Let's see. We have, all right, I am hoping that you guys will take care of the Andrew Provine's appointment situation. We are waiting to do onboarding and any paperwork so that he can, be entered into payroll. So we're hoping that that takes care of before the first meeting that he is required to attend.
Yeah.
So anyway, our openings that we have, confinement continues to have their posting out there. They are taking applications, and part of that is, keeping their line in the water. Dispatch has really 2 one, I guess, opening, and we are currently taking applications until the end of the month for a dispatcher. And Community Corrections has a weekend facilities officer opening available. The bailiff situation up in Superior 2, they are reviewing all of the applications or the resumes and hoping to start interviews sometime soon. The prosecutor's office still has that deputy prosecutor attorney opening, and boy, far-flung. We have posted it with any kind of attorney law enforcement universities around here, the AIC, just a wide variety. We've really thrown a wide net to try to find somebody for that position. So we'll keep plugging on that one. Sunny Meadows is a little bit better than it has been. Currently, the matron position is vacant. The part-time first shift is vacant. And so the two positions that Angela had requested and it was approved for this year, they are still open. So much better than we have been. I ran out there on Friday night to drop off open enrollment packets, and Angela wasn't available, so kind of had hoped to get sort of an update. But I've heard that she wants to hang on to the people that she has and that we've hired. So that's, yeah. Anyway.
Are they still planning to go through the reevaluation of the matron position?
Yes.
Description?
Yes.
There's a committee you got that the county has or something?
Yes, the Job Classification Subcommittee. And so first of all, what she has to do is she has to take that current job description and then complete some paperwork. There's a form that asks for a lot of, why are you doing it? What is it going to impact the budget? Things like that. What, is it mandated by the state? And then she's supposed to create a draft job description with those evaluation or those qualifications that she would like in there. And then all of that goes to the Job Classification Subcommittee. They will probably quickly review this one individually and probably just have me send it to our consultant, Wagner, Irwin, and Shealy.
For the wage review.
Yeah, because depending on what she's adding, because there are some things that she would like to add, take away some things, but then also add in more activities director kind of things. The person that organizes the outings and organizes bingo nights and things like that, really to solidify more, to be able to offer more to the residents out there at Sunny Meadows. So, and Angela's time is precious, and so she knows she really needs to get on this if she wants to change it. Otherwise, we could post it. It's an open position, and then during the interviews, ask the potential employees, so what would you think about this? And how would you handle this? And so maybe in preparation of making those changes, make sure that she has somebody who could easily step into that new role. So we have some options, but we've got to get that first step going.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So anyway, open enrollment, that's the biggest thing for me. So do you guys have anything else?
Anything for Dottie, Todd, Mike?
Nothing here.
I do not.
Okay.
Can't think of anything offhand, Dottie.
Okay.
So,
Well, if I don't see you, happy birthday.
yes. Too many of them, though.
Oh, no, my mother said the alternative was not.
Well, this
No,
is true.
no.
This is true. Good point, Dottie. Thanks.
Get it to you later.
Stay cool, Dottie. Yeah, yeah. Try eggs on the fender today. Bye. Okay, everyone, we can jump over into payroll.
Yep.
Let's jump right into payroll.
move
Pay the
for pay-
people or just hold them up?
I'll move to approve payroll.
Okay.
Second.
A motion and second to approve payroll. Any additional comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed, the same. Payroll is approved. Claims. We're kind of low on claims this month, this 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It was actually below half a million. So I don't know if that's a good sign or bad sign.
We just didn't have any big ones, I guess.
Yeah. Motion to approve claims.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second to approve claims. Any additional comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the same. Claims are approved. And then the minutes.
Make a motion to approve minutes.
And I will second.
A motion is second to approve minutes. Comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the same. Minutes are approved. Miscellaneous
Okay,
topics.
there's minutes. Okay, the first thing I have is the Change Academy has a lease agreement between Mike and Sarah Lay for their building that they use, and they do it on a fiscal term. However, we hadn't gotten it for a very, very long time, as you could see in my email. So we finally have it. This is, actually began July 1st of '23 and will go through June 30th of 2025. So I just need an approval from you guys, and then Bill will sign.
So it's just
Lease agreement.
ratifying and writing what's been going on for the last year, basically. Okay.
It's a
And I reviewed it, and I think I'm
It's
okay
a
with it, but-
renew of their lease that they do every time.
With Mike Lay, right?
It says we're supposed to list Lay or his company as additionally named insured. And there's a
I'll check on that,
paragraph
but I think we do.
25, which is waiver of liability. And, I mean, I think it looks pretty standard, but I suppose I always recommend clients have, like, insurance trustees review that kind of paragraph. But I guess it's been going on for years anyway, so I don't have any big problems with the lease. So.
Okay.
Look that over, Joe.
What do you want to do?
Well, I guess I'd entertain a motion to, for me to sign it. I don't know, it's that's yearly, every year we do the same.
Yeah, we kind of don't have a choice.
Yeah.
I'll move that we approve and sign the lease with Mike and Sarah Lay for Change Academy.
A second.
Okay, motion and a second on the floor. Are there any additional comments? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the same. Motion carries. I will sign.
Thank you. So the next thing we have is the title of the Durango that was totaled that we
Totaled.
need to sign off on so that they can do whatever they need to do with it for insurance.
That was a
Durango, I believe. Right?
Yeah, I think it was a 2020.
2020.
Motion to sign off the title on the 2020 total Durango.
I will second that.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. Are there any additional comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the same. I will sign. What else you got, Susan? Highway disbursement?
Yep, I have the next one of those for $224,147.35.
Highway
Yeah, it's just the
Bills.
next.
disbursement.
Yep.
Are we getting close to punch list time on this?
They're working on it.
Yeah, we're in the punch list. Punching around.
We are, I didn't catch for certain whether the steel come in for the roof or not Friday. It was supposed to, and they're supposed to start on that today. Nice cool day.
Right. Great.
Best day of the year for that, right?
But anyway, yeah, it's coming along. It's got some more to do, though.
Sure.
Change out that fuel tank, and they
It
did get,
sounded like they agreed to change it out to what we
Yes.
need with the regular
Yeah.
size, so that's good, okay.
the pole barn straightened up. They come along that thing back into shape, braced it.
Wind blew it out of rack. The roof wasn't on, it actually skewed
Oh,
the building.
really? I
Yeah,
didn't know that could happen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
they had the sides on but no roof. They didn't do any additional bracing. Without the roof, it's vulnerable to wind.
Wind load.
And it moved, the gable ends went north about 6 inches.
So are they able to fix that without then weakening the structure of the building for long-term? Okay,
Actually, it's probably going to end up with extra bracing because they had to brace it to hold it
Right.
once they pulled it into place. So,
so it might be, okay.
yeah,
All
there
right.
was some purlins that weren't on the bottom cord of the trusses. And I suggested they ought to have some purlins on there. They're going to flip over.
Yep.
So they did that. So I think got that behind us, hopefully, or close.
Good.
Okay.
I'd make a motion to approve the number 12 disbursement.
And I will second that.
A motion on the floor. Are there any additional comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the same. Motion is approved. Okay, you want to go ahead and have Jeff Bassett up? Yeah, why don't you come on up, Jeff and Shane?
Make sure that mic's turned on. If blue light's on, you're good.
Lights on. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
Slide in here. Good morning, Shane Turner, Business Impressions. We sent you an email for a cost per copy contract, for the Sheriff's Department. It's coming out of the IT budget from Jack. They're going to be replacing an HP, existing HP machine. This will actually cost you less, so they're actually purchasing it, and this is just the supply and service agreement for that machine. What we did send you had the wrong numbers on it, so what we do have here is less it's a black and white machine. So what I'm here asking you for is approval of that contract for the new machine for the jail.
Okay. Any comments or questions, gentlemen?
Good to me. Make a motion to approve the Business Impressions contract lease agreement.
I've reviewed it. It seems okay to me.
I was going to use the next I was going to ask.
Yep. There you go.
Looks good.
In that
Okay.
case, I will second.
Okay.
So I'll need your signature.
So they got to
Okay,
vote first.
I do vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, opposed, same. Motion carries. Now we can sign. Okay. Next to it? Let's sign down here. Okay.
If you guys want to just stop over, yeah, and have them make me a copy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Brownfield Grant, EPA documents, approve and sign.
Okay, so I had to look this up because I knew we had approved it. It just was a long time ago. So we're getting into the application part of it. I scanned in all the documents that they had sent. There are only, let's see. There's only a couple of places that need signs that I was just gonna have you.
This is that grant bill we got through DeKalb County Economic Development. We were the lead, and other cities will be beneficiary of it, of course, but
Right.
we had to be the lead for DeKalb County.
So there's actual brownfields that have been identified.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so we applied for the grant, and they found us to be needing.
Okay.
So next step will be to figure out what to clean up.
Yep. It was just a pass through.
Yeah. Idea is to clean it
We ought to
up,
be able to
make it
take a little
useful.
bit, we ought to be able to take a little bit off top of that, hadn't we?
Yeah, I would think, 10%.
Paperwork.
Fault the VIG, right on their
Pay the
VIG,
help.
send it back to them, 10%.
I might have to flag that from the legal department.
Come on, Andrew.
Sounds a little fishy there, guys.
Okay, somebody's always spoiling the party.
Yeah.
I know it.
Always
Usually the lawyer too. Isn't it?
always a do-gooder in the crowd.
It keeps us out of trouble. Okay, so where we at on that? Signatures.
I just need you to approve what I had sent you and then have you sign.
What is the actual agreement, or is it an application, or what is it?
Well, there's a pre-award compliance review reports. And then the other one is it's for the Environmental Protection Agency. It's a certification for grants, contracts, grants, loans, agreements regarding lobbying.
That you won't use the money to lobby. And then there's the standard set of federal statutes you have to abide by. I think there's like, wasn't there a special, separate page of that? I read down through it. And
This one?
no,
I don't know.
there was a
There's-
part of the other agreements had like a page of, I thought it was that one. Unless it was of all the federal, yeah, there you go, that page of, I went down through that page of, and I think it's everything we say, certify we comply with anyway.
Okay, so you're good with that?
I'm good with it.
So you need a motion then to,
You want to do those individually?
I would just do one motion for the initial EPA pre-award documents.
that'll be my motion that we sign for the EPA grant application
mission.
document package that she has there.
That should work.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Are there any additional comments from anyone? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the same. I will sign, or we all sign?
Just you.
Just me,
Okay, so
in that little box. Is that it?
that's it.
Already? All done?
All done.
Oh, geez. I was just getting started good, getting in the swing of it. Okay. We just saddle along here.
We can either get Brian out of the way, or I can talk to you about,
Let's get him out of here.
yeah.
Let's get him back to work. Come on up, Brian.
Morning, Brian.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, well,
What do they say?
It's been scrubbed, and re-scrubbed, and Susan still found a typo the other day. But we've got that all worked out. All the amounts make perfect sense to our auditor, which they need to. So can I please have a signature on this contract so
Can
we
we
can put it
please
to bed?
approve it?
I think this is the contract that was like 90-some pages, I think.
93 pages.
Yep.
Yes.
yeah.
And I know I reviewed it, and I probably already emailed you with whatever my thoughts were on it. I'm pretty sure it's one of those agreements you can't really change anything that's in it.
Yeah, it is all good.
Yep.
The only thing that I had them add was the suspension and debarment language to the end of it.
Okay, because that has to be added to
and
all
I-
your contracts from now on, right? All the county contracts, basically.
As if there's a possibility that they could be paid with federal funds, then that's the biggest kicker. I try to remember to add it. I'm not real good about that. But if it's not paid by federal funds, then it's not.
But this
Not an
could be
issue.
potentially.
But this could
under certain
potentially,
grants.
so
Okay.
I had sent that and they added that the second time. So that's already in there.
Well, since everybody is apparently happy, I'll move that we approve and sign the Spillman contract with Central Dispatch.
I will second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on the floor. And any additional comments or questions? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed the same. Motion carries.
Thank you, everybody, for working with us on this, to save that 3%, not only for us, but for all the other agencies. And, we were able to beat Motorola down to under $150,000 for our servers in 3 years, so really appreciate all the help.
Thank you.
Can I just email this to you later? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. You too.
Brian.
Stay cool.
Ben come in early today or not?
I'm gonna contact him. I actually tried to contact him last
I mean-
week, but he wasn't there.
You had a cold? Bad, right?
Okay, Susan,
You got
The
them.
rocks in the head thing since last Friday too, yeah. Yeah.
what you got?
Okay.
Do the Epley thing about
So-
5 times a day, you know. Get better, but, room still
We
stays
discussed the majority of the budget. I just filled in some more of it. I'm still tweaking some of the areas. So on the first page, you'll see, obviously, I don't have the normal perf insurance, social security. And then liability, I'm still deciding, I want to compare a few years to see if I can figure out a good estimate of how much we will possibly go up. And I need to look into the Sculp and EDF consultant fee payment amounts. I think we've paid some more to like the, I don't know if it was Barnes and Thornburg, I think it was, that we went with to help us to determine whether it was a good thing or not with the legalities of the solar and whatnot. So if it ends up being completely dead in the water after so long, then I'm required to pay back the what was it called? The, whatever payment, was it a redevelopment payment? They had to
Economic
pay
development
us.
payment or something?
Yeah, they had to pay us $150,000.
For attorney fees.
Yeah.
That was a retainer for consultants and,
So anyways, I'll have to pay that back. So I need to look into that. I didn't actually have my computer when I was working on that part. So then the next part is the courthouse budget from County General. And the very top one, that is for A1 janitorial. And I just increased it by the 4% for that value, but that is your guys' determination. One second. Ben is responding, and he's in Waterloo right now. He said he really doesn't have anything for you guys and could skip unless you guys need him.
Then he'll drive here now.
I don't, no.
No, okay, thank you. No, you're fine. And then I did the 4% for the custodian and his maintenance people. So you can look down through there. The biggest kicker on that one is I've added in the copy machine amount of the 93,600.
Which line is that? Where are we at?
The very
Oh, yeah, very bottom there.
yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
So I added that in here. I'm also going to keep it in cumulative capital development fund, which is where it's being paid for right now. However, CCD fund is getting very low, and our amounts, our receipts that come into that at settlement time, 42% of that goes for the bridges. So that fund is getting low. So I'm gonna put it in both places and then have the council decide, once we get to budget deliberations, where they want it to actually be at. It used to always be paid out of county general years ago, but when we were trying to get county general back on track, then it moved to the cum cap fund to help. But we're in a good spot now with county general, so I'd kind of like to see it come back there. So that may or may not stay there, and it will end up being a council decision on that. That's why I added it there.
Probably makes sense though to go to general, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so then the next section is your lighted fund. The first one you'll see is courthouse security supply. So we've had to buy some things, some supplies. So I just separated it. So I did 5,000 in the supplies, and then I just took the 5,000 away from the two down, the regular courthouse security, which would be if we have to pay a service. So I didn't increase that, I just split it apart. For the second one, for economic development, I assumed we were leaving that at the same 105 that it's been at for the last couple of years. That would be your guys' call. Then I haven't filled in administrative funds yet. I kind of normally do that one at the end once we figure out what's happening. The economic development, the number 31, I believe that's the one where We have money there in case you guys decide you need to buy a building or land or something for development. So I left it at the 118. I didn't know if you wanted to leave it the same or if you wanted to change that.
What do you think there, guys? Leave it? Leave it? I have no opinion.
I didn't know, with health, and I wasn't sure what was gonna end up happening, if
This is to
anything.
purchase something if we wanted to purchase and develop, correct?
Could we use that for remodeling?
I don't know if you could do the economic, I mean, like, we would just move it to a different account.
Just move it.
Yeah,
It's easily moved.
yeah, it's easy to move.
I think we can probably leave it for now. I would
Yeah,
think.
let's just leave it for
Okay.
a miscellaneous, more or less.
The ADA compliance, I left at the 50,000. We really haven't had anything for a while. So I didn't increase that. The next one, the gas remediation, that should be completely done now, so we shouldn't need that. The EMS agreement, this will be, so 2025 will be year 5
That'd be year
of
5.
of the 5. So I know it's 250,000, and then next year we'll probably see a new something.
That's gonna go up, I'll bet.
Sure.
Double,
I don't know.
I don't think they'll go for double, but,
don't you?
no, but I'm sure it's
gonna
gonna
jump.
go up, yeah.
So then, covered bridge rehab. I know there's been a lot of talk about the roof and stuff on that. So I didn't know if you wanted to put in more than 100,000 there.
Where is that roof? How long is that bridge?
160.
Probably what, roof-wise, probably
It's 16 foot wide.
a
The
little
roof is a
pitch.
little more than that, let's say 20 foot.
There's probably 10,000 square foot of roof there, isn't there? 8,000,
Probably.
8 to 10.
Yeah, somewhere 8.
I think a steel roof's gonna be, if you went with steel, is gonna be about 500 to 600 a square installed by the time you remove, and, I mean, 600 a square with removal.
Are you allowed to go to steel?
That's
I mean,
what we're
From a
hoping.
historical
We
bridge
don't
thing,
know
That's
yet.
what
you
we're
might have to
hoping.
stay historical wood.
We're hoping,
Ben's checking on that
Yeah,
with
okay.
the,
but either
with
way,
the grant people.
yeah, be about the same as Shake, the price, but you're looking at, you're looking at what then? Maybe upwards to 100 square. 600 a square,
1,000.
yeah. I mean, is that in the math right? Let's call it 8,000 square foot, that would be 8,000, square is 100 square foot, right? You used to know this stuff. 80 times.
That don't
it's
seem, it seems more than
48,000,
48,000.
48,000, yeah, 48,000.
For 8,000.
For 8,000,
Yeah,
yeah, so
10,000.
it'd be 60 grand for 10,000. That's just rough numbers in my guess, So 100 probably do it, the roof, pretty easily, I would think. What do you think? Is
And I don't know if
there anything
we'll
else
get
that needs done
donations
to
or
it?
anything. Sometimes donations come in,
They have done fundraisers too.
right?
I don't know whether that's a possibility or not, but, yeah, I'd say leave it at the 100.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
as soon as
so.
we get an answer on that roof, I'd really like to start a roof project on that and get it
I think
secure.
it's a good idea. Deteriorates anymore.
Yeah,
Well, and you have that in this year's budget also,
Yeah,
so if
right.
it can be done,
Right.
we still can do it.
yeah.
The
Okay,
other- The other thing,
Oh,
real
sorry.
quick, I'm sorry, the other thing on that is getting somebody to do it.
Yeah,
Everybody was busy before the hailstorm.
Yeah.
Now we got contractors from all over the country. They're like hovering vultures. They swoop in and give you a price, but I don't know if we can get anybody to do it
we get anyone to do it for what?
before next year. Or
Oh,
probably about before next year. We may have to be actually in the next, which would be okay because it's next year's budget, so.
yeah. Well, if Ben can get us an answer on the steel, then we can probably get someone to quote it.
Yeah. So anyway, that's ISIS.
No, you're fine. Okay, the next one is the County Road 56 project. We already paid the initial portion that was coming out of your guys' budget. And we've already done the match, so we're good there. I don't know, it's too over my head. I don't know if there's more costs that are gonna come to it that you guys might be part of. I don't know. So I didn't know what to do there.
There shouldn't be anything
Okay.
else now. If we've paid the match
We
and all
have.
the other upfront stuff, there shouldn't be anything on the backside unless they run into something
Okay,
during the construction that is gonna bump the total cost within, which then affects the match.
okay. So we
think
might as
they-
well
I-
leave that
I would say,
out
yeah.
and,
I mean, you went to the max on the, what do I say, the muck pit.
Right.
We went to the max on that.
As hard as they've looked at that, I don't see where they're gonna come up with anything unexpected.
All the boring they've done
Yeah.
and the right-of-ways all purchased. Yeah, we should be good there.
okay, we'll leave that.
And again, the redevelopment commission will consider kicking it up to another 100,000 if we
Right,
need it. I just don't think we're going to.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's skip the county buildings for a minute. So the highway operations, I left that at the 900,000. Then you can see I have the 1,500 other service fees. That is the bond administration fee each year. And then the 825, 750 will be 2025's payment. So I know those for sure. So the county building improvement and repairs, I left at 100,000. You may want to put a little bit more in there, depending if anything crazy would happen at any building. But with maintenance now having a crew, then there's more expenses that way. And I know we're getting the garage or whatever set up, so we have increased expenses this year. But I know in county general, we've went through quite a bit of their money so far. So you may want to increase that or leave it. And you could leave it and maybe we would just put in more in your administrative funds, and then if something came up, we could transfer it.
I got a question backing up a little bit,
Yeah.
Susan, on the courthouse.
Go for it. Uh-huh.
Courthouse, the building repair and maintenance, we jumped out from 45 to 200,000.
Oh, yes, so if you see, okay, the next section under lighted, which I don't have any numbers in. So
Down here.
that is cum cap, and normally we did, like this year, we have 320,000 budgeted there. But with that fund getting lower, I was gonna leave 120,000 there, and then I moved the other 200 up to county general to see if that kind of can help also. So I'm just kind of trying to protect cum cap a little bit, and because we always have sheriff vehicles that we're gonna need to buy. There could be something crazy, you know, elevator wise, whatnot, and it's just getting low.
Okay.
So that's why I
makes
forgot
sense.
about that. So anyways, just some things that I thought about that I see with invoices and stuff coming in that we might want to just, and it might be just more simple to just increase your administrative fund account and then transfer if it's needed.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know if there was anything else that was going to happen with the new highway building, so I didn't know what to put there. And the jail accumulation fund, I mean, it doesn't really accumulate, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's, there was a chance to do that with the tax, and then the council turned that down or didn't proceed with it. So I don't know. I don't know what.
Because I know there's going to be some revenue still available in some years when community corrections is done. And so there will be, so it's confusing. So we are technically like saving.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah, they're over.
not a specified jail at the moment because we got to finish the correctional part. And
There's
then,
excess there.
Questions whether or not they'll raise the lit tax up enough, or go to the max now to
Yeah.
accumulate more cash, but I have a feeling that's a hard political decision
Yeah.
to make right now, to raise tax, so. Feel for them there,
Yeah.
so,
And it would be the smart move, taking advantage of it while we can.
while it's available,
Makes sense.
because it needs built, and that's the most effective way to get the money.
Well, yeah, the clock's running on the life of the correctional facilities lit tax anyway.
right.
Whether or not they'll renew it, we don't know,
Yeah,
because we're into what, year 6 or 7 on that now, or 8?
yeah.
No,
Well, it's
20, aren't we?
6,
Was it six, year 6?
6 of 22.
going on to
years.
6, I
Okay.
think, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe.
Because I thought it was in
Yeah.
18 that tax came available in
That
2018.
was.
Oh, the taxes.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, so
Yeah,
6
that's
years
right,
into it, yeah.
Right.
So that leaves technically 14 years. It was a 20-year program, if I remember.
Well, they bumped it to 22.
Oh, did they
so,
take it to
yeah,
22? Okay,
So
all right.
16 years, but I mean, it's a crapshoot now with the new administration, whether they're gonna, well, how they're gonna handle that. Senator Holman's committee is reviewing all the tax
Yeah,
revenue, line by line, so it's gonna be an interesting session.
the next job's going to be all tips, because there's going to be no tax on tips according to Trump.
So if you are okay with it, when I go back through the numbers again, if you don't want anything here changed, then I will probably just put some extra in your administrative line so
That
that
makes
it's
sense.
appropriated in case there's a need, and then we can transfer it. Because you do have a healthy balance in your lighted fund.
Yeah,
And the other thing about that is, before the end of the year, we got to redo that plan, the capital improvement plan, because ours expires at the end of the year.
okay.
So I will be sending that out pretty soon, just so we can start thinking about that. We, whoever. Then the rest of it, I will work with numbers and play around. The only other thing that I'm gonna need is if you guys, with Larry or however, if you guys have any like 5-year capital planning needs that we need to account for, I'll need to know that. Council will want to know if we have any, I don't really know that we have, like, we did the elevator, so 5 years, do we have to do something else? Things like that.
Okay.
So that is what I have. Is there any changes with the numbers that I have filled in that you would like to do? Oh, wait, one more thing. Clear back on the first page in your county general. I guessed that the Children's First, Rise, and Alliance was remaining at the 34,000.
That would be my guess also, but
Probably. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. And that mental health number, the 432,000, that's an estimate right now with the growth factor because the final number hasn't been given to me yet.
Yeah. That's probably close. It's been
Yeah.
escalating.
Okay.
What's our projected income?
For lighted,
Yeah. Any idea?
I just, a low estimate is a little over 2 million.
That's a low.
Let me grab my. So I'm estimating that, and this would be if we spent everything. I'm estimating that at the end of this year, you're probably gonna have about 3.4 million balance,
Really?
barring anything crazy that, any unexpected stuff that may have to be done. We're currently at 2.8, and we still have another million, little over 1 million that will come in for lighted yet this year for the rest of the year.
Good.
That's encouraging,
Yeah.
considering we got those bond payments coming out of that also.
Yeah, and with the bond payments, we have it figured, so you get about 169,000, so many hundred, every month in lighted payments. So then we take like a little over 69,000 each month from that and move it to the fund where we make the bond payment. So you're getting about 100,000 still each month.
Okay. Sounds good. Any questions, comments?
Was the 900,000 still okay for the highway operations?
I think at least. I don't know if we consider bumping that any.
Raised everything else. I shouldn't say everything.
We can always move some more over there if bed runs short.
You what?
We can always move some more into that account if bed runs short.
Yeah, the thing he tries to, his program to the money that he's got coming in.
Yeah.
So it would be a little benefit to him if he knows ahead of time.
Could we bump it another 100 and put it at 1 million?
I kind of think so. Yeah, let's do that.
Right with me.
Okay. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
1 million then?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. That's all I needed, and that's
That it?
all that I had. The only thing I had I didn't need him is, but Andrew already mentioned it, you saw the gas tank agreement things, so nothing else.
Okay. Moving on then, miscellaneous topics. Anyone got anything for the court? Andrew?
I don't know that I have anything. There was this, I haven't really heard very much about there was a new statute, House Enrolled Act 1338. Have you guys heard anything about that as far as like committee meetings and
No.
I'm trying to, looking at it one way, it seems like the law has maybe changed on some things, but I think as it involves you and the commissioners, it really hasn't changed anything because any two of you at a meeting together, so if you appoint two of you to some committee, then you've got a quorum of commissioners, and it creates an issue where it could be something different, and the way they worded it could be for a town council or county council, but for you two, you always have to watch, if you're on some committee and both of you are there, you're having theoretically a quorum of the county commissioners, so it becomes a public meeting, so. All right. Yep. I'm good. I don't have anything else, I don't believe.
Nothing. Todd, anything?
I get with Pat on the weights and measure. We have that running board, so we can get that running board installed.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and then.
That work out okay for him?
I think it will. We're gonna get it installed. I just got it, so it took a while to get. Then we're gonna do some wiring, I guess, to hook up some lights or something.
lights.
So I'll get that scheduled. But other than that, really nothing.
I think that is on the build schedule, that Hoover.
Good.
Yeah, it's on the build schedule. Did see something on the email about that from Pat. Anything else?
Here.
I got a couple little things. There's been some emails back and forth and some concerns about picking up animals, transporting animals to the humane shelter. Police department is not in the business of transporting animals in the squad cars. I understand that. I don't know that that's a good idea anyway, but where do we go with that? Is there anything we can do with that, or should we do with that, or any thoughts?
Question.
Are you talking about dead animals?
Live,
No.
Live.
transported,
Yeah.
pick them up, somebody will call in, I've got a stray. Will somebody pick it up, take it to the main shelter?
Yeah.
There's nobody to pick it up, take it to the main shelter.
I have Courtney coming in July to talk about her suggestion, and
Okay.
July 15th.
That's on the TNR program.
Yeah.
For the cats. So we just went through this with Garrett.
They got signed up, I see, right?
They went to a contract. So the contracts, the fee-for-service contracts all say that they won't pick up cats. They only operate from 8 to 4. They will occasionally go out for emergencies, but generally they don't. They're not equipped or trained to handle dangerous animal situations and so forth. Auburn and Garrett both have kennels where they keep animals that they pick up too. So the only alternative is to either renegotiate the fee-for-service contract to try to get some extra services out of them, or, which is probably the preferable one based on what a lot of the other counties are doing, is to have an animal control officer that's an employee of the county that will do all of that stuff.
What would they do with the animal that once they got it? That would be the question. We did hire an animal control officer. What does he do with that animal?
Well,
Or she,
we'd
would
have
she-
to kennel it until they could get it to the shelter the next business.
Yeah, would the shelter take it though? That's the thing, like the feral cats, aren't they done kind of taking those?
Yeah, well, only because they're full.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. And they're
Because
feral.
they're at capacity,
What do you
yeah.
do with a feral cat?
yeah.
I know what I think I should do, but,
Well, that's something that, both, Auburn has the TNR program.
Yeah.
Garrett just put a TNR program in, they just passed the ordinance for it. I don't think they have that in effect yet. And apparently Courtney Butler has some ideas on it.
Yeah, I'd like
for
to
the
hear
county.
that.
So, that could dovetail into something too.
okay. Sounds like we should probably wait till to hear what Courtney has to say for that, for the cats, and try to come up with a program or something. Because it is an issue. I mean, you know, if there's
Oh, yeah.
animals that aren't being taken care of or could be a problem, what do you do
It
with
doesn't seem like nobody in the public wants to really take it upon themselves to transport an animal to the shelter. It's not their responsibility.
Right. Which
I
I
mean,
don't
it's not
blame
their
them.
animal. It's
Yeah.
not, somebody else's, or it's a lot of these animals just get turned out, dumped.
Unfortunately, that's
Yeah,
the
unfortunately.
case. And
Yeah, yeah, there would be,
it's,
there'd be other, better humane
yeah,
things to do, actually. Not to
yeah.
mention what those might be, but it's just a ongoing situation. Cats are frequent breeders.
Yep,
They just don't know when to stop.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, let's see what Courtney has to say, I guess. And
Yeah, the TNR programs have been successful some places and some others they haven't been, so.
okay.
I think Aldridge is making some headway, so.
Okay. And Dottie request that the BCA Andrew Provine's thing be, we need to do any more with that, because he's gonna take the BCA and
I think they're waiting on the actual resignation
All he
letter.
has to do is write a 2-sentence resignation letter and email it to Rick Rig, and
okay,
then that's all
I
that's
talked to
required.
Andrew, and that's what he needs to do, and he said he wanted to talk to I think it was the township trustee first, and then he was gonna
Yeah, he wanted
resign,
to-
and then once he's resigned from there, he can take the oath and be appointed to the BZA.
Yep.
He
Right.
showed up just to watch the BZA meeting, didn't participate or anything, because he's not on the BZA yet.
Yeah.
And so that BZA meeting worked out fine, and so hopefully he'll be ready to go by the next one.
okay.
Easy to do, just, I resign. All he has to do is, say, I resign and send it,
Oh, for
send
the-
it to Rick, and
Yes,
it's all
Okay.
taken care of.
yeah. He wanted to talk to the trustee
Yeah,
first.
well,
and-
I get that, sure.
But it sounds like maybe he'll even be done by this week, I don't know.
I got one more thing. Just a little food for thought, and that is the developmental service offices. Starting to think about that. And do we remodel that, or do we not remodel that? I'm starting to lean towards remodel. We could pick up some space there. What I'm kind of thinking, and like I say, just thinking out loud here, is remodel that entire section. And I think there'd be enough room to move the VA office over there. And then the VA office in the health building could be maybe a little modification and then expand the health department square footage. And just an idea, just something to float around, think about. And
Cost to build anymore, remodeling makes a little sense, and then that has a nice parking lot over there too.
Yeah, we got
A lot
the-
of parking over there.
we got the parking. Got some ideas on remodel. We'd have to get somebody in, of course,
Yeah.
to do some architectural.
Definitely needs some help.
Well, that's one solution anyway. It just depends on how deep we want to go into
Yeah.
solving the whole office situation.
Yeah,
But I guess some of that's going to depend on what the cost would actually be to do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure that the structural condition of that building,
Kevin Webb and I went through that basement, and he thought it was really a pretty good foundation, good basement,
okay.
no problem. I think we would need to change some things as far as the roof contour on that building. I've got some ideas.
And
I would, I guess we get through this highway build, maybe look a little more into that, maybe get somebody in and give us some ideas, and what it would look like.
Yeah,
Maybe,
yeah, because I don't know what kind of, we got mechanical system considerations over there too.
Yeah.
I know the wiring is not really up to par, and,
It would be a total gut out.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm thinking we could do one end at a time, one half at a time, maybe the south half, do that first, and move development of service into the south part of the building with the idea of them staying there, and then do the north half for the other two offices that might go in there. So anyway, think about it.
Worth some thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the highway and the jail coming up, it's hard to imagine building a whole facility at this point.
The jail being built, gonna be new
Yeah, I
built, that's the
mean,
thing.
it's just hard to go any beyond that responsibility, where this would be, an alternative that would cost considerably less, no doubt, so,
Probably spend a couple $100,000 and
yeah.
do wonders,
Yeah, I figured maybe, 200, maybe 2.25,
maybe
or
250
2.5.
even, but to rebuild million, 2 million,
Oh, yeah.
minimum,
Yeah.
because everything has to be to that
Yeah, we're
standard.
talking,
and
yeah.
I don't know, but we gotta get them something better than what they're in.
Well, especially when you've got customers coming in.
Yeah.
It's not exactly
Yeah.
the pristine.
And you're telling them they gotta build to a certain standard and our building's falling down.
Yeah.
You have to do, what about yours? Well,
Pretty ironic, isn't it? Pretty ironic. That was all I had. You sure you don't have something else, Susan? Oh,
Nope.
Oh, we have that EMS survey that we need to do
that's
before.
right.
Before July 15th. I've got, Brett Steffens is getting all that data together that we need for that.
Oh, okay.
And we've got an EMS board meeting next Tuesday, so I'll have that.
Oh.
So it should be pretty easy to go through that survey
Oh,
once
okay.
we've got that information. So,
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Sure.
Yeah. Glad you brought that up. Get that out of the way. Get that done by the 15th, right?
15th of July, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? All righty. I think we can adjourn, and we'll just stick around for the pledge. And okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Ladies, then we are adjourned.
Don't stop this.